Hi everyone, welcome to Nev Tarot. Thanks for joining me today. So I'm going to be doing a read for anyone with Gemini placement in their charts. It's Gemini season. Happy birthday, Geminis. I have a number of Geminis, important people in my life who are Geminis, so this seemed as a good time as any to start with astrological insights on the channel. I wanted to say that I already started recording this reading and I was doing it, and then something got messed up with the camera and I was like already quite a ways in, so I'm not sure what that was about, so I decided just to start again. So I'm not sure if that was because that message, there's a different message that we need to hear, so we'll see if we get similar cards coming out. One thing was, in terms of a general vibe, an overall kind of ethereal feeling for this read, is this oracle, which is beyond is infinite in all directions. So we'll see if the cards add to that, and we'll just kind of use it as a touchstone as we move forward. So beyond is infinite in all directions. So it seems like anything is possible, or you might be in a stage of your life where you've released things and you're starting to feel that all things are possible, or you've been feeling constrained or contained in a square, and Spirit is telling you or letting you know that this is infinite. I want to say this is infinite, baby, and I don't know why I felt like saying that. But anyway, so I'm going to use a mix of tarot and oracle to see what kind of messages we get. We'll try to control it a little bit more than the reading that just disappeared. Oops, as things fall. So, okay. Interesting. Yeah, so this is similar but different. So I wanted to get a sense of maybe what messages Spirit has for you, like in what area of our life. And we get the 8th house as well as the 2nd house, but I'm feeling the connection to the 8th house. So the 8th house is transformation, life, rebirth, regeneration, physical love, intimacy. What's interesting is that it can also rule joint financial dealings. So not earned finances like the 2nd house does, but yeah. Let me just take this away and be cleaner. Interesting. But so things like the lottery, like winning prizes, but also things like taxes and mortgages, transactions. Obviously, intuition, the mystical, the psychic realm, these things are also in the 8th house. This is natural rulers, Scorpio, Taurus, which are polarities, opposites. Perhaps check out what planets are in your 8th house and secondarily in your 2nd house. That might be an area that Spirit individually for all of you is asking you to focus on in this next upcoming period of time in your life, Gemini, or wherever your placement is. Gemini is in your chart. Also fixed signs, it's immutable energy. So maybe about, it's something that's already started. This is something that's already in progress in your life. Could be choices you made, people, decisions, something that's shifted. So for some of you, the shift has already happened. For some of you, it's happening. For some of you, it's to come. And it's important and it's transformational. And I know often people talk about intense. It could be intense. That doesn't mean that it has to be groundbreaking and shattering. Like sometimes people think, like I said, the lottery. I've said lottery twice, so people buy lottery tickets. It might not be massive, but it's going to be important for you in your life. In terms of 5D to the 3D. Okay, let's see if there's anything we can add to that as we go forward. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, give us some ideas of what we need to know about the 8th house. Okay, let go. So obviously with rebirth, release, transformation, things have been, or not have been, but people do let go of things, or start. Okay, there's something better. Opportunity. Okay. So I feel like Spirit's kind of laying out a path for us here. So we have, yeah, there's been some transformation. I mean, this is almost like a recipe for transformation. Something, you know, it may or may not be a let go for everyone or a release for everyone, but there's something that's shifting, it's changing. For some of you, it could be a release, letting go of something. Spirit is assuring you that there's a reason for this. This is not an ending, but a transformation, but a process, that once you let something go on this side, something shows up better on this side. And what is it? It's an opportunity. This could have to do with anything in any area of your life, your career, your finances, houses, material wealth, commitments, if it's with people, romantic connections as well. Something intense. It's something, you know, I feel like it is something intense, but I almost feel like the intensity is dampened a little. So I don't know if that's because it happened a while ago or because you guys are getting really in control of that energy. Let's get a little bit of tarot and a little bit of this as well. So let's do this first. So, Spirit, anything more about this transformation, this change? God, Gemini, you guys are coming up. Coming out strong. What is this 8th house? And this, and of course, everything's fallen on the ground. Guys, 1 second. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Something's expanding. So again, this let go is leading to some kind of expansion. We have service. Okay, and we have interesting. Okay, these are at the bottom. So the 8th house, yeah, also connected to the mystical. Some of you might be more in touch with your intuition than you have before, or been getting more downloads, either developing those skills that you already have or realizing them for the first time, wherever you are on that journey. Learning to connect to spirit energy, listening to yourself more, quietening the noises that are sometimes in your head and past experiences. Quieting some of experiences in your past where you might have, which kind of threw you off, and those could be far away. I also feel like turning lemonade, you know, like making lemonade for lemons. Like maybe some people underestimated some of you, or you might have even underestimated yourself, or you kind of thought like, where is this going? Like you didn't have a vision, but you have a vision, and you've created that vision, or you're on your way. You're on your way with some change that someone didn't expect, or you didn't expect, or some transformation of that. And I think this is also Spirit telling you, as far as the mysticism and kind of creative energies go, is to embrace that, to swim in it. If you feel more connected to the universe and your spirit guides, and you know, being able to sense things, to embrace in it, to see it as a blessing that you can tap into this divine grace, and to trust that you need to grow that. Some of you might, you know, have thought about cleansing, like in that sense of, you know, like maybe cleansing a house or a space, or sprucing up the outdoors or your indoors or your environment, having it become more compatible with that spirit mystical side of yourself, releasing, changing things. Maybe you're moving things around. Something to do with plants even, maybe, but anyway. This opportunity, something, whatever, you know, whatever has had to been released, this transformation that's happening, this something that might have had to been let go of, it's leading immediately to expansion. So even if you didn't feel that right away, maybe even if you felt like, you know, this is a difficult time, and you know, maybe things are not exactly as you wanted, you're You have probably, though, if you dig deep, felt some relief in letting something go, or in releasing something, or just even temporarily, and just reorganizing your thoughts or your vision about it, for the moment. And for others of you, you have actually actively and deliberately let something go on, and have felt or are going to feel the expansion that comes from it. That's interesting because we have beyond is infinite in all directions and expansion. It's like the world is your oyster or something like that. For some of you, something to do with helping others could be a part of that. It could be what you do in your own life, in a classical sense, service. It could, be anything, through your writing, by just supporting your friends and family, listening to people, the career going to go into could be healthcare related, even just anything, but something of service, in that sense of the serving the greater good, especially air energy. Some of you might have Aquarius in your chart. I mean, the latter half, the third decan of Gemini is is Aquarius, ruled by Uranus, the third decan, not the first one, obviously, but I don't know, I'm feeling that a little bit as well, because I saw that in the previous reading. So, and if you're looking for guidance, it could be about that service. And service doesn't have to be classically like things like of service too, but something where there's some connection and purpose to the higher good, or to the larger, the public at large. It's not just solely for yourself. And even if it's time for yourself now, it's time for yourself to give more of yourself to the world. Something like that. There's something better. And you're going to feel, if you've been feeling a little bit alone or disconnected, that's changing, or it's going to change as well. Let's get some tarot on this, shall we? Okay, let's see. Make sure the deck is in reverse. Yeah, something's... everything's falling, you guys, today. Okay, let's see. Okay. So we have... Yeah, it's interesting how that second house came out. So there's also something about in your workplace or stability, your assets, home, car, commitments, working together, stuff like that is going to also be a part of this transformation. I feel that could be, for some of you, that might be the main thing, and for others of you, it might be a secondary thing. And then for some of you, again, like we said, connecting the 5D to the 3D. Maybe different for everyone. Let's see. Yeah, something new. Something new. You might be feeling like you're finding your voice again. There might have been a time when you were kind of trying to, I don't think you ever lost it or anything. I don't feel any lack of confidence, but kind of feeling more clear in your energy about what it is you want to do, or how you're going to leverage this transformation you're going through. You're starting to see things a little bit. The clouds have lifted. You can kind of get a sense of what it is that you might make like what the final product is going to be, or something like that. Okay, yeah. There has been a time of introspection. Okay, and we have another ace at the bottom of that. Okay, so yeah. So Spirit is focusing here on this something better coming in, this opportunity. Let's move it this way. Just going to arrange these cards intuitively. Yeah, so I think there's been a time of reflection for you. Some of you might have Earth placed within your chart as well. And some of you might not really embrace the Earth in your chart. don't know why I just got that. But you should. There's been a time of reflection on things, but I feel like there's a strong connection here about like the 5D to the 3D, the 3D to the 5D. Like things are connecting from the energetic realm into the reality of things. And if it's not happening yet, it's going to happen. Because, you have this like beyond is infinite in all directions. You have this hermit with like very practical energies with also deeper reflective energies. There's a new renewal, that cycle, that rebirth, clearer vision of things. Also, this clearing of your headspace, cleaning the cobwebs out of the confusion or the uncertainties that have kind of, interrupted the cleanliness of your thoughts. That's almost like saying being able to smoothly flow through things is and going to or already has started to open up your heart space again. You're going to feel a bit more connected again to nature. I'm feeling this thing with nature a little bit. You're going to see clearer as well. There's a major new leap of faith that's coming here. This opportunity with the Fool card. And I think it's kind of general because it's going to be something different for everyone. Again, personal life, career, whatnot. And then for a bunch of you, I feel like it's very interrelated. There might be like something happen in someone's personal life which helped them reveal or advance something in their professional life, or something happened, in something tangible, and like you moved somewhere or something, and that revealed something to you about your feelings, your deeper feelings about life and love and whatnot. There's these little pathways and these little neural networks that are happening and showing themselves. I just heard this. So for those of you who feel like you want more friends or need more friends, there's going to be more friends or more that like-minded people, that kind of thing, finding your tribe. That's a part of it. I know that's, can be important for Gemini, some, not all. Let me just look at that for a second. Some of you might also be like just feeling more useful, in case some of you weren't feeling useful. Or if you were wondering if those things that you were engaging in, whether they were constructive. There is something constructive in what's happening as well. I want to get, because obviously transformations, there's something better, letting go. Let's see what this has to do with people. Now the 8th house, obviously, again, like we said, physical love, life, intimacy. 2nd house, although can also be things you value. Could be commitment. I feel like, obviously our interpersonal relationships are no spirit guides. What do we have? Okay. So I've asked for 2 different anything for the cards were not wanting to talk much, or I mean they were coming out really fast in the previous one, and now they've slowed down. So I wonder if that previous message wasn't what they, and they're falling. Okay, 1 second. Let's see. Okay, so I asked Spirit, which is interesting. I asked Spirit, let's look at these 3 cards through the lens of a person. So I asked for what was under let go. So we have a past life relationship, chemistry. Okay, so I think for some of you, clearly there has been a connection in your life currently, which, or in the recent past, which has been a very strong, intense, again, 8th house type of energy in this connection, whatever it was, whether it was it doesn't have to be a bad connection, it could, it could be any kind, but it was a strong, intense type of connection. Really affected you, transformed something in your day-to-day existence. You might have even felt like you've known each other before, soul family, that type of energy, or even felt like a pull. And this might be something that is not necessarily something you let go of or release, but certainly something that's transformed. And then for some of you, it could have been something you've let go. Spirit is immediately taking us into the fact, because transformation kind of overrides all this stuff, is that there is something better. There's something better. So this could have been for those of you where the release had to do not with circumstances, not with external circumstances, but also because of what was in the dynamic between the two of you, there's going to be more compatibility in the future. It could have been that the connection, even though there could have been feelings and whatnot, it just wasn't coming into the 3D the way it needed to. Maybe you weren't getting on the same page in terms of goals, and the actual things, like, like the things of the second house, the value, the assets, how you saw visions for your own life. And what's better is that in the future, you're going to have that alignment. You're going to want the same things. You're going to want to go to the same places. You're going to want to talk on the phone. It could be mundane things, like you're going to text each other at the same time. It could be important things, like how you see a family. I do see at the bottom of the deck, we have reconciliation. Why I think that's important is because I'm feeling this energy. I feel like the case is very different for everyone involved. For some, it's something new, because we also have a lot of new type of energy here, a renewal. So for some it's going to be completely new, for some it's going to be a renewal. You'll know best where you feel it. It's going to be healthy. It's always for your highest good, so wherever it's the most healthy. Spirit guides, I'm just going to give us something about the opportunity, a little bit about what this opportunity might be. I've seen children swipe by twice, and it's falling. All your cards are falling, guys. I saw children flip a couple of times. I haven't taken it though. So I think for some of you, your children might be important. Someone you're thinking about, their children might be important, or, our own desires and, wants for our own families and this type of thing could be important. Something about family could be in there. I feel like Spirit, maybe in the last reading, which I cut off, they want here, they're keeping things to themselves a little bit more. Maybe they want you to figure out your soul journey a little more here. Let's see. Maybe we'll use the tarot. It's not really wanting to say anything. Oh, okay. So it wasn't nothing was coming out, and so I just pulled one. And we got flirt. Okay, again, so I feel like there's a couple of messages going on here. So opportunities, I think the way I'm seeing this here are the opportunities that are going to come in the future, whether it is with somebody you're already involved with or somebody new, is by opening up your energy. Extend your lighthearted energies to others, whether or not there's someone there. But Spirit is telling you there's going to be an opportunity, and the way that you're going to be able to let that flow into you is by keeping your energy open. And again, remembering that I feel like this again is like anything's possible, which is why this time when I'm pulling the cards, a lot more, what do we say? It's a lot more open-ended. Let's see. Let's see if Spirit can tell us anything here. Can you tell us anything about this opportunity? Okay. Spell out. Let's see. So, I feel these two are connected here. I think for some of you, wow, there's 2 cups energies. I think whether it's something you desire, Saturn here, whether it's something you desire or you need or you want, again, I'm feeling this idea of better alignment this time around. Again, whether it's with somebody already in your life or with someone new, there's going to be more improved alignment between you and this person coming in. I feel like there's actually a strong feeling of somebody coming in. Yeah, there's a strong, and we have another knight at the bottom of the deck. Interesting. Yeah, I think for those of you who are actively manifesting, I feel like somebody is either already in your energy or Spirit hears you that there's something better and they're wanting you to know. I also feel like it's about not feeling like you have to compromise. I mean, obviously, no, we all need to compromise in healthy relationships, but to be honest with yourself about the things you need, about the mutual things, where you both can give and take equally, and when you know that and you when you kind of write that down on paper and believe in that in your vision board, so to speak, that's what you deserve. You deserve someone who is able to make emotional gestures. That might have been something lacking. There could have been, you know, before earlier there was, because of the Knight of Swords. Oh, and with the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords here. That's interesting. I was just about to say that there could have been a colder energy in your sphere before, or you could have just felt a little disconnected about someone or something. And the point is, it's not to say that one is always better than the other, but that this feeling of, you know, maybe difficult communication or detachedness or a heaviness is not going to be the issue this time. So that's how you're going to know when spirit is sending you the person that's meant for you. It's going to feel equal to the emotional level you need. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Yeah. I just asked for this one for like, oh, we have 6 of Swords here again. You know, so some things, yeah, there's been a transformation, an intense change. There's a renewal, a moving on. I think, though, for this thing that ever's being released, whatever that energy that's being released or letting go or transformed, it hasn't fully disappeared. It's transmuted in your life, but it's not fully gone. No, it's not fully gone. So it's going to turn into something. What is it going to turn into, Spirit? You can tell me? I feel like Spirit doesn't want to tell me. Feels very much like Spirit wants Gemini to figure something out. Okay, so for the, oh, let's see. Nope. Wow. Okay. 2 of Swords at the bottom. Yeah, so we have Scorpio energy again here. I might have been dealing with the Scorpio, but I feel like this is more about you. Yeah, so this basically, I feel like this transformation that's happened in your life was meant to happen. This is ultimately the biggest message that we're getting right now in this reading, is something that has changed or shifted, or something that you thought was going to go one way and has gone in a different direction. It doesn't have to be big, but it was significant to you. It was meant to happen. And it was real, and it was intense, and it was, you know, it was a big deal. Spirit is telling you that. But it was meant to change in it. It needs to be rebuilt. Something about this needs to be rebuilt, and we have a lot of energy around about opportunities, new opportunities that are in alignment between your head and your heart. It's not saying much about what it is, but I'm feeling strongly about like not compromising well. And as I did that, I pulled these 2, even though I wasn't sure. So what we have here is we have the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. And then this one, the Dove, is a new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Something new is headed your way. In terms of people, personal relationships, a renewal of sorts as well. Oh my God, look at this. At the bottom of this deck, we have transformation. I was just saying that your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers all and transforms all things. This is the thing. I'm feeling this message is meant for different people. For some of you, it's a transformation. It's, you know, it's not, you know, letting go. 8th house transformation. Something's transforming, but the thing is we need to embrace it. If we don't embrace it, it's not going to come in. It's not going to come in. So we need to embrace it. So don't resist. I don't see the energy of resistance, but just in case, I feel that needed to be said. This was meant to happen. If you've already started that process or you've done the work for that, good for you. Then this is a confirmation that that's what you're supposed to be doing. Spirit seems to be very much supporting good things happening when it comes to love and relationships, but doesn't really want to give up the details on that yet. But basically, it's going to be something that fulfills you more emotionally, especially if there were points of feeling cold in the past. And then for those where communication might be an issue currently on things you're working on, there's going to be a deepening of that. And if for some of you, you don't feel any of this yet, that means take a deeper look at areas where transformation could be occurring. And once you embrace that, you're going to see these changes coming in. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Gemini. It's a very different energy vibe than the one I was getting for before. But I hope that hopefully helped a few of you that might end up seeing this. Oh wow, and so so I wanted to pull one last one. I was thinking I was going to pull it for clarifying the second house, but then I heard no, just pull it in general. We just got full moon in Gemini, which is you. The answers you need are coming. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that some of you are not satisfied with just knowing, great, let go, transform, new opportunity. Point is, Spirit is saying the answers you need are coming. And I feel that there needs to be some patience in that regard. There needs to be a little bit of patience. That's where I felt a little bit of that embracing that fixed energy, that earth energy, a little bit of that just take a beat and go with it. Which I think some of you are. Some of you might have earth in different placements in the big three or one of the bigger planets. But anyway, the answers you need are coming. I think that's a Spirit's last message to you, to say that if you weren't really feeling that you wanted more information, the answers you need are coming. Okay, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope even if there was, if even one person got something that they needed from this, then it was meant to be. Make sure to like and subscribe if you resonated. It helps with the energy exchange and helps me tap into the energy for future readings. Okay, take care, everyone. Have a wonderful Gemini season. Happy birthday to those of you born during this time. Okay, take care. Bye.